Hello, hello. Welcome to the Alluring Womanhood and Femininity Show. My name is Monique Head, relationship coach to passionate, marriage-minded women. And you can catch me here every Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern, and 12 noon Pacific. Here at the Alluring Womanhood and Femininity Show, it's just really my intention to equip you with the tools that can help you to, connection is weak, pause. Connection is weak. Okay, sorry about that. My Wi-Fi wasn't turned on my phone, and I just turned it on because it was telling me that the connection is weak. But what I was saying was that here at the Alluring Womanhood and Femininity Show, it's just really my intention to equip you with the skills to help you really reign in your position of influence as a woman. Because as a woman, we're the keepers, of happiness and peace and passion and just bliss in our relationships and in our home. And today's message is really about the importance of having a plan and why you need a plan. Because one of the things that I hear is that, Monique, I just thought that it would have happened by now. I just, relationships should just be natural. It should just really be natural. And there's some truth to that. There's truth to that. But especially as we, climb up the age ladder, it's really important. Hello, hi Gloria. It's really important that we create intention and that we go about life with intention and with a plan. Maybe you have followed me because years ago you saw my video about how I had gone from a size 16 pushing an 18 to a size 8. And let me tell you, that's not something that I could have done. Number one, I couldn't have done it on my own. And number two, I could not have done it without a plan. I could not have run my first half marathon without a plan. Moving to a different city and just thinking I'm going to meet someone. Yeah, it happens sort of naturally. Like freedom and creativity comes when there's structure in place. So once you realize that you have a game plan, a dating plan, you'll really understand. Because if you're a woman of a certain age and you haven't had that satisfying relationship that you thought that you would have had by now, you need a plan. And I would love to help you and support you with that. You can't hear me. How about now, Velvet? Can you hear me? Okay. Oh man, I hope that you can hear me well. Last time it happened, I wonder if I can post something here, if I can type. No, last time this happened, the audio was gone. So please check in and let me know if you can hear me. Okay, you can hear. Okay, perfect. Thank you. I upped the volume, but the cord is not in. So welcome, ladies. Welcome to the Alluring Womanhood and Femininity Show. Today's lesson is really the importance of having a plan when it comes to your love life, and why that's so important. Because the truth is, and this is what I've seen, is that many women have been winging it. Improvising, freestyling, and when we wing it, we don't really have control over our lives. And it's important for women like us, not to be controlling women, but to be in control of our own lives. And the primary way to do that is by really concentrating on our own potential and really having that game plan for love, so that you can really own your influence, elevate culture, and really influence the integrity of the universe. Because as you know, I believe where women go, society goes. And there's so many ways that you can exercise your influence, and so many ways that you'll know that you're a woman of influence. Oh, that's a good topic for another show. How to know that you're a woman of influence. I have to remember that. How to know you're a woman of influence. How to know you're a woman of influence. How to know you're a woman of influence. Hi, Kelly Jo. Great to see you here. Thank you, ladies, again for coming. I'm here live on the Facebook page. And if you are new, maybe this is your first time, because this is what I'm broadcasting today right now is open to the public, and it's not in my private group. This is new. So if you want access to the group, I'm going to post how you can get access, and you can become a subscriber to my email list and get a complimentary video series about how to really become the woman who gets everything that she wants. And I'll share that in the comment section here, or actually I'll post it at the top. Write it down. Yeah. Write what down? You mean where they can get access? or write down your plan. Which one are you talking about, Dorita? So the importance of really, and I'm just going to talk while you ladies comment, and if you have a question, go ahead and please post it below. But really, the importance of having a plan so that we're not winging it in our love life. So right, I just don't have a pen, and I'm holding this selfie stick, or else I would write it down right now. Plus, I have the video, so it's all good. I want to remember it. Thank you. I would write it down. Usually, I do have stuff, but I'm holding my little selfie stick with my good hand, my right hand. So, you know, having that game plan is so important, because some of the things that I'm hearing in conversations with women is that, you know that I can't do this alone. And truth be told, if there were things that we could have done by ourselves, we would have done them already. Whether it is weight loss or doing some sort of physical activity like running a marathon, or like my case, running a half marathon. Trying something new, maybe traveling. Those major type things, especially when it comes to weight loss or really becoming a better version of yourself, really blossoming into the best version of you. It takes a lot of skill, it takes a lot of practice, and it takes some guidance, and it really takes a plan, because when you don't have a plan, we become really flustered and controlled by the circumstances around us, and we want to know what's coming next. And when we don't know what's coming next, oftentimes we can experience resentment because there's no clear path to get the results that we want. So what happens is, like, we're always asking and nagging and trying to figure out to make sure that we can get the results that we want. But when you have a plan, when you have a plan, you get to take your life back, okay? There's no more of this worried and waiting, right? No more desperation, no more just wondering. Instead, you get to take your life back. You're able to allow yourself to be more vulnerable and to be seen, because the plan is that you're standing in your own standard, whatever that is for you, that alluring woman standard, which was another episode that I discussed here on the Alluring Womanhood and Femininity show. Yeah, you're not worried about if he's gonna call, right? So you're not flustered by those things. You can hear now. Okay, great, thank you. You're not flustered by those things that are happening outside of you, like if he doesn't call. Or you haven't met him yet, right? You are standing in faith, and you have a clear plan and a clear vision that you have decided to step into. When you have a plan, you learn how to build attraction, right? And so that if the relationship gets boring, you don't have to worry about that, because you've built that attraction, you've developed that deep communication that extends beyond sex, right? When you have a plan, when the fleeting feelings of sex, when the sexual feelings fleet, they go away, right? You can still stand in that power, because you've learned what it takes to build the attraction. When you have a plan, you're able to communicate with grace, right? Because you're able to identify your triggers, and you can see it actually in the plan, and move forward with more confidence and grace. Okay. So Gloria says she has a nurse, right? So when it comes to health issues, right, we cannot do it alone. And why would we want to anyway? Why would you want to? Well, I'll tell you why. Maybe because you don't want to owe a debt to someone, or you want to seem really, self-sufficient or modest, or whatever it is. All those things that prevent women like us from really receiving openly and graciously. And even learning how to do that sometimes requires a plan, and it requires practice, and it requires help. So if this is appealing to you, if this is really appealing to you, and you want to learn more and really have a plan, lay out a plan, you want me to lay out a plan for you for your next step, so that you can be intentional about what you're creating in your love life, I would love to speak with you on the phone. So you can email me, Monique@feminineallureacademy.com, Monique@feminineallureacademy.com. In the subject line, put "Let's Talk," and then tell me what's important to you right now. What's the challenge that you're having, and why you believe that I can help you. And then, we'll schedule a time to get on the phone and actually speak. So having a plan is really just going to help you really help you to polish your potential. That's what it's all about. Polish your potential. so that you can bring your best to your everyday. You can bring your best to your man. You can bring your best to your family. You can bring your best to your job, to your career, to your goals, and just really step into your vision without the fear, without anything that's holding you back, those stories in your head. Having a plan will help you to do that. Because the truth is, when we try to go at things alone, all the fear and all the thoughts and all the worries and all the past things, and we have past experiences, but oftentimes that doesn't mean that they're very accurate. Even though we've experienced them, it doesn't mean that the past will predict the future and that the future will be like the past. So being able to love and to let any sort of fear go requires a plan in place. So after the show, I talked to a pastor who knows the young man I was having the phone date with. His advice was to relax and let him show you that the man he is. Okay, let me finish reading it. Yes, absolutely. Men know. Men know what it is. If the pastor that you were speaking to, assuming that he's a man, and so what I'm hearing is that the advice that he gave you was just to relax and to, that's what it is. That's what it's about. Thank you for mentioning that. I sent an email to my community today, and I mentioned that one of the things that I was so willing to knock two birds out with one stone when I went to law school, when I enrolled in law school, when I set that intention, I wanted to, further my education, but I also wanted to honor my desire to be claimed. And I wanted to, quote unquote, get chose. But you know what? It's not about getting chosen. It's about understanding what we want, what we desire, having a plan to get that desire, so that we're choosing rather than worrying about being chose, because that's not what it's about. It's cute. It's cute. And that's, when I was thinking about that, that's where I was mentally. But, so it goes. It's about really honoring your desires and having a plan to help you get the results that you want. So, and just relax. Yeah, it's about being, Dorita. That's what I'm hearing. So how did it go? Did you have it yesterday? How did it go? The phone date. Well, ladies, I'm just waiting here to see if there's any response. If you have any questions, please post them below and I can respond to them. Okay, cool. She says it went well and we've known each other since college. Great, great, great. Well, you could have some history there, meeting men in college. If you have history, ladies, with someone that you've known from back in the day, I think that is great, because you don't have to go around, you don't have to go around asking everyone, what do you know, asking Tom, Dick, and Harry, what do you know about him? And it's also really good when you meet people in more like controlled environments, whether it's school or an organization or work. It's just really great to meet people in controlled environments, because you're able to assess them and learn more about them and really see and make a good decision. Encouraging story in the email, by the way. Oh, thank you. I'm glad that it served you. Please tell us more about what the plan should entail. Well, each plan is going to be different, and it depends on what your desires are. So a woman has to get very clear on her desires and know what it is that she wants. Like, what's the vision that she has for her love life? And then once she has that vision, so what I know is that many women have a vision. We know we want to get to point B, but we just don't know how to get there. So that's where I come in, is that I help to fill those gaps. And if you want, ladies, help filling your gaps, email me, right? If you want to know how you can get from point A to point B, because you know, maybe you don't even know that it's possible. I'm here to assure you that it is. What you want, your desires are real, and it's possible for you. But, sometimes you can't go from A to E. You have to go from A to B to C to D to E. And that's where I would love to support you. So if you want support, and if you want to get on the phone and speak and have me really lay out a quick plan for you for where you are right now in your love life, email me, Monique@feminineloreacademy.com. Put in the subject line, let's talk, and let me know what's the number one challenge that you're having right now, what's really important to you, and why do you think I can help. And, we can set up a time to actually speak on the phone. I find that there are a few single men at my age, and I'm 48. I was so overwhelmed by his action the first time. A man said, let's pray. You were overwhelmed by that when a man said, let's pray. You know, you have options, Kelly. You have options, Kelly. And I think that right there is really a limiting belief. And that's the belief that, you know, oh, well, I'm a little bit older. It's really, really difficult. It's the same thing as a woman said, there are no men in my area, or no quality men are the good ones are taken. There are a lot of single people in their 40s, a lot of single, never married, a lot of divorced singles too. And they're out there. Yeah. Dorita De Renee says they are out there. Trust me, they're out there. And it, you know, are you open? Are you open to other races? Are you open to a little bit older, a little bit younger? But trust me, you're being watched. They're looking at you already, whether you know it or not. And if you want to make sure that you are exuding the best possible you, your best self, and choosing the best woman in you, and if you want some support with that, I'm available. And I would love to support you in helping you to polish your potential, which is my private one-on-one program. And there are 3 spaces available for women who want to work with me and have me in their back pocket as their secret weapon for the next year. So if you don't want to wait, right, and you have some questions, you want to really, as I mentioned before, bring your best to your everyday, you want to go about it with a plan so that you can get the results that you want. Let's talk. And the man for you might be older or younger. Yeah, absolutely. Velvet says, you have just affirmed my intention to let the man lead where the relationship goes. And in the meantime, get some of my own personal stuff together. Yeah, I'm just enjoying the moments right now. That's exactly where it is. Being present in the moment so that you don't forfeit the connection, so that you're not projecting things in the future that probably will never happen, or it's not even realistic that certain things might happen. So great. Good job for you for staying, for really having that awareness, Velvet, about where you are and what you want to do. Let me know if I can support you in that. 45 and in Atlanta, she said they're still single. Now listen, and Velvet is in Atlanta now. And she's saying that there are still single men out there. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. You know, there are men online and there are a lot of men offline. Trust me, men abound. You will meet men. If you're being really intentional, it's really thinking about the quality of your leisure activities. What do you like to do? Are you following your passions? Are you out being visible, being seen? Have you let your family and friends know of your desire to have a pleasant distraction in the form of companionship with a man that could possibly lead towards marriage? Exactly, Atlanta. I know. I know. So those are some of the things that you can be doing right now to set yourself up for that plan. Verbalizing your desires, honoring your desire to be claimed. You can start right now. Okay? This is great. I love the conversation. I love the dialogue today. Thank you. I love the way that you ladies are showing up for your own lives and really engaging in this conversation. Okay. You get approached by men in their 20s, but that's too young. Yeah. So there may be some like energetic blocks right now that are really blocking you from love. And right now, these young men have no chill. Like they just don't care, it seems. They have a lot of guts, chutzpah, to approach, you know, more mature, more seasoned women. So I think it's pretty cool, and I also think it's an opportunity for you to practice flirting, especially if you know that nothing's going to come of it. I find that those are the times where, you know, if you really have a crush on someone, it can be really difficult to flirt and to practice. But if you know that there can be nothing there, it's too young, whatever it is, that's a great opportunity just to practice operating in your feminine allure, practice flirting, practice receiving, practice a lot of different skills. We might need to have an alluring brunch. Birmingham. Oh, yes. I love that idea. I love that idea. Yes. Doing some events. I foresee that in the foreseeable future. That is in the future. Awesome. Awesome. Well, ladies, I love this conversation. You are invited to keep the conversation going even when I log off. And catch me here tomorrow, 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 noon Pacific, for the Alluring Womanhood and Femininity show. This episode was really about having a plan, and if you want to learn more about the plan, remember you can email me, Monique@feminineallureacademy.com. We can have a phone conversation, lay out a plan for you for your next steps. I can find out where you are and help you to move forward with more confidence and grace. Ladies, you take care. I love you all. Bye.